Hey guys, so you've heard all the bad news with Netflix, right? Password restriction, raising prices, losing subscribers, possibly adding ads. What is going on? So, but before you cancel that Netflix subscription or any streaming service subscription, consider you have an option with our favorite VPN, Surfshark. That's right, you can gain access to their different libraries across the world by getting rid of geo-blocking. Netflix in particular
has over 15 different libraries. They have hundreds of movies that are available to other people,
but not you. But with Surfshark, it is available to you. That's right, Joe. So, and with our deal, you get 83% off a 2-year plan. Guys, that works out to like $2.21. And you can get access to all that. In addition to what's most important, protecting your data and having better security, especially while you're on the go. Guys, consider Surfshark. It's really awesome. And unlimited devices. This is why we go with Surfshark.
Share it with everybody.
Share it with your friends and family. All right, guys? Well, I hope you enjoy the video. Check it out and click those links below. Hey guys, welcome to our review of Halo, the TV series on Paramount Plus. Blocked by CBS. I've got a new thing, a fair use sort of overlay that we're going to try this time instead of flipping it in sepia and in TV. So we'll probably have an ongoing battle here. But maybe not, because in my opinion, Episode 6, Solace, is a solid episode. Look what happens when you stay away from Kwan's side story, when you focus on the things that are working. Some things don't, but when you focus on the intrigue behind the Halo, and when you have a nice, quick pace, and when you focus on scenes without constantly cutting away to a subplot that sucks. Oh, yeah. And well, this episode continues the helmet off and Master Chief not wearing any of his armor. But I don't know why they keep doing that shot where he holds his helmet. It's just pissing me off. It's like it's teasing me. But I thought it was actually a solid episode, an interesting episode, one that kind of is setting up the future, an in-between episode as we go into, see, if there's 9 of them, 6, 7, 8, 9, we got 3 episodes left, which is going to be sort of the conclusion, and markedly, definitely, we're going to end up at the Halo at the end of this season because we finally see it here, and they tease it.
This is the second time we see it, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Well, like actually visually they're on the Halo in a unique way. So, guys, what did you think of the episode? Did you think it was solid, or
I was going to give this a 10 out of 10.
What?
And then,
wow.
And then they flashed Kwan.
Yeah.
They didn't flash no Kwan.
Kwan
was in there for 4 seconds.
Son of a bitch, you're right.
He's like, hey, I'm here.
Minus 4 points.
No, I'm just super happy they didn't do that whole story with that. This was kind of like a filler episode, but not like in a filler, like it wasn't a waste of time.
In a bad way, but...
yeah, just like kind
of
helping you drive the plot forward, just trying to understand what's going on. So I think this one was above average for me.
Well, if it's driving the plot forward, then it wouldn't be so much of a filler, right? The filler usually doesn't move along.
Yeah, this is just like not a lot happened. Like there was no action, stuff like that. Just like a lot of political stuff and like little intrigue.
I thought we were going back to like full Kwan episode, right? But that's not happening this week. And so I don't really care that there's not action in here.
Yeah, this was like, it's fine.
It's fine without the action.
This, yeah.
Okay. Alex, our harshest critic on...
I'm not the harshest critic.
Definitely are.
I think that this episode goes to show you that there are storylines within the Halo universe that the things work. Now, Halo is not... It's not Breaking Bad. It's not, it's not like epic television, but it can be entertaining. It can be good when we focus on the things that do work. There's still... I like the John versus Halsey storylines. I like a lot of the things that are happening in this episode. I still don't buy any of the Halsey versus the UNNC thing. I don't think they're being written particularly well. So there's some things in this episode that don't quite work the way that it should. But the quality of this episode, in my opinion, is quality. It is. I think it's I like it probably better than he did because I think it's significantly better than just slightly above average.
Yeah.
It makes me, this episode ultimately at the end kind of makes me sad. It's like, holy shit. This is the Halo series that I wish that we had gotten all the way through. This kind of quality, the action sequence that we've seen, this kind of storytelling, this kind of dialogue. Some of it's cringy, it's a little stupid, but totally buy all of it in the context of this episode. But it's crazy is because we weren't constantly murdering the momentum of things that were happening by going to a storyline that, one, is nonsensical, it is garbage, it is poorly acted, and I hate everyone in the fight. So I think this episode is great, but ultimately it makes me worried about two things. One, it pisses me off that everything else has been kind of poopy compared to this.
Yeah.
And next week, are we getting a full Quan episode?
Yeah, I feel like it's coming.
Don't
it
know
has
why
to come.
they had to interject her. Like, it was fine. They just a flash.
Take
why?
our feedback, take the fans' feedback, take the people who watch your show's feedback. And I don't want to see none of that shit in season 2, buddy. I hope fucking Quan bites the dust.
Just said you don't forget.
Anyways, but look at that. Some positivity for the Halo series. I guess this one's not getting blocked.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
No, well, we'll see on our final verdicts. How did y'all feel that the interrogation scene went? Because obviously in the last episode, the Covenant left behind Maki.
The best one.
I'm going to call her Maki from now on. And, we were like, oh, God, we see some fucking bullshit happening here. Were you guys satisfied with that sort of resolution for it?
No, I just felt like it was just too quick. He just said one word or a couple words. It's like, I'm like you, I'm the blessed one.
Right.
And then leaves. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like I wasn't satisfied with that.
I'm the opposite. I guess I'm just happy it wasn't so fucking stupid where she pulls out her goddamn energy sword. God damn it, you're right. But she didn't get to use it because the plot was like, no, fucking stop that stupid shit. So it looks like she was manipulating him, trying to set it up, taking advantage, as we thought she would, of his vulnerability. By the way, it's dumb of Master Chief to show all these vulnerabilities in front of her and these weaknesses. It's handshaking. He's visibly shocked when interrogating. They're like, Master Chief's the best one for this. I'm like, I don't know about that. If you have cameras in this room, let's not put Chief back. But no, and then it looks, it prepares like some people bringing her food and there's military police. Just do what she says. And you think, here it comes. She's going to break out. She's going to beat everybody up. It's like, I got to. But no, it sort of kind of subverts our expectations because Chief, once again, this is a reoccurring thing in the series, Chief touching the fucking artifact. But they address it directly. She was like, you touched the artifact, didn't you? You like touching the artifact. And it fucks with you at first, but if you give into it, then you will be able to control the artifacts, which kind of explain her powers where she could touch rocks and see where all the artifacts are and shit in previous episodes. So I like that. So eventually he basically goes in with permission from Miranda, surprisingly. We'll talk about that in a second. And is able to push past all of his memories. We see some fucked up shit, some fucking discarded fucking bodies of children that have mutated, that didn't take, all of Halsey's experiments very well. And we get sort of teleported to the actual Halo. How did you guys feel about the reveal of the Halo?
I was very underwhelmed with the look. And
little
the feel
underwhelmed, and surprisingly, kind of ruined by Master Chief. As soon as we're supposed to be looking at the Halo, no fucking music from Marty O'Donnell.
You could kind of.
I fucking it's like a bastardized version all throughout this series, which is surprising because I recently discovered that they finally have come to a resolution. They settled. I'm so happy for Marty. And at this point, now that they've settled, and by the way, when we were having our copyright disputes, Marty was supporting us. He liked some of the tweets. So thank you to Marty out there. And honestly, I think now that the dispute is resolved, call him up, be like, hey, we want to use the full-on song. Let's go. And dude, because that would have made the reveal of Halo so much more epic if we got the original fucking song. But maybe they're saving that. It could still be here. Could be in the final episode. You have some time. All you got to do is switch out the soundtracks. So when we finally arrived there. However, I thought the scene was rather ruined by what we thought was going to happen. Some of us thought that there's going to be some goddamn love story between fucking Chief and the Chosen One, or Maki. He's like looking at her lovingly, and he actually touches her cheeks.
He's watching the Halo. He's like, oh, that's sweet. Oh, she's at the... She's right there.
right. And he like grabbing him on the cheek, and I thought he was gonna grab a different cheek, but no, he grabbed this cheek. But
Not
he did
yet,
grab
not
cheek
yet.
because he's Master Cheeks. Not yet, not yet. All right, right. So they have a connection because they are 1 in a billion, 2 in a billion. Because of their genetics, they put up on the screen there that this is stupid. You know, I just like the.
It wasn't in sync, by the way. If you look, it was kind of off.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
she's
they're not that connected. But yeah, so they have a connection, and that's kind of how they explain, I guess, humanity. But only if 1 in a billion humans have this connection, and I don't know how many billions of humans are in this particular universe, but that would maybe give us, I don't know, 15 humans that can do this. I'm taking a guess. So I'm just kind of looking at the lore here.
The spitballing.
I still hate the chosen.
So
one
that it's
thing.
like, goddamn, man. Now we gotta have to. Here's the thing. I simultaneously like the fact that we're getting to Halo, but then this is the silver timelines bullshit with Quan, with Maki. We're gonna have to fucking haul Maki around everywhere now on the fucking Halo and shit. So as long as she serves as, you know. You could tell certain things were injected in the show in order to create drama and tension in multiple episodes to kind of drag this out. Chad pointed out to me, or Chad, or you guys commenting in previous videos, because I don't actually know, I haven't read all the books, right? And I refer to Halsey as, oh, this is more like the Halsey from the books. Apparently, I was called out and said, no, this is not Halsey from the books. Halsey from the books, number one, she tells the Spartans eventually what, you know, the
She
secret.
did here too.
Right? No, he finds out. She's keeping it
yeah,
secret from everybody. But no, she comes out and tells the Spartans, and they all fucking understand, and they move forward. But I guess this show decided that would take away some of the tension. It would be more interesting for that reveal to come after. And honestly, I don't disagree with the decision. At least if they're doing their own thing, they're all doing here, they can play that for tension. They can play that for, opposition. And I think it works here. That's why in this particular thing, the dynamic between Halsey and Chief works so well. We get a scene where Chief is about to fucking murder Halsey. He's staring her down the whole fucking episode.
Like,
I loved it.
Yeah, I was just testing the boundaries. I was saying
Testing the boundaries of Cortana. Genius. See, that's the ingenuity from
That's the
Chief
part I like
that we
between
love
them.
seeing. That's why.
But he's not special for his
episode.
ingenuity. He's special
Yeah, he
because
is.
he's got space dust in his genes. It's the whole point of the
Yeah,
chosen
we'll
one thing. It's
we'll
like it
see.
cheapens everything about Master Chief.
I hope not. I think that Chief can be simultaneously special, but also have the space dust thing as well, so that he can activate the things. I think it just pertains to activating and locating the technology, and Chief can still be in his band. I'm trying to look at the positive side because it was part of this episode. All right, but anyways, Alex, what did you think about some of the rest of the plot lines in the show?
I bet
Like,
you
for
love the
example,
politics.
we're going into the
Scapegoats.
Margaret, Admiral Margaret.
Yeah, like this is a plot line that is fine. If this was the worst plot line in an episode, I'm having a decent time at least because it's not awful. It's just not very good. It's not very interesting. I just still don't think that the whole economy of trying to, we're spending too much time and resources trying to defeat the enemy that's trying to destroy all of us. It's like, did you just hear the words coming out of your fucking stupid ass mouth? Get the fuck out of here.
Let's replace the person who's leading the only program that can fight the Covenant with somebody else.
It's not written competently. The person in charge of that storyline is an idiot. Like, please get kicked off the show. Stop it. So that's what I think of that storyline. Fucking stop it.
Yeah, and so at some point, as Margaret actually makes some moves on Halsey's position of power, Halsey has had dirt on Margaret because she's involved. Not only is she involved, but Jacob Keyes is involved as well. Now, this was quite possibly, upon first watching it, I didn't notice it, and then as I started to think about it, this is the stupidest fucking shit ever. Why did they write this in here? Did you notice in the interrogation scene, Halsey
with the little thing.
That's right.
That's
yes.
weird.
Jacob Keyes puts one of those little things on him, and Admiral puts her thing on her, and so that they can be in the room. And I was like, oh, that is so fucking cool. They are galaxies away. They're in a different fucking system and planet, and they can experience the interrogation there real time,
Huge
right?
connection, man.
And then all of a sudden, fucking Miranda comes in. And I'm like, okay, where was Miranda? She was talking with Kai, which we'll talk about in a second. And then they don't take their things off and like, no, you can't see this. Get out of here. No, they just like, hey,
Lock
you're not
the
authorized to
goddamn
be
door.
here. Right.
Lock the door.
They're doing something secretive.
Well, how'd you get in
then
here?
Miranda puts the little fucking thing on. She goes in and she's witness to all of this, which can be a later link to Chief. But okay, that to me is okay. I'll even allow that stupidness. But then the second that later on in the scene, Chief comes walking around a corner, a door opens, Miranda comes out of the room. I'm like, wait a minute. Miranda, they're all in the same fucking space that Chief and Halsey and everybody else is at, right?
They're testing out the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
They can't go 2 rooms.
Are they okay? Just let me see.
Let's just say they're like.
Are they in the same fucking location?
Yes.
Yeah, building, same building.
What
Same
the
building.
fuck? That is the dumbest shit. All you need to do is a regular police interrogation room with the double fucking glass. And the fact that they're trying to do it secretively makes it even stupider because you would want to just put a fucking camera and review the footage
like
later. You're not
automatic doors.
contributing anything.
Lock the fucking door.
Or lock the
Well, they're
fucking
also
door.
talking about
You don't even
something.
need to do that.
There's like 3 most powerful people in this entire
Yeah.
galaxy.
That was the
are
dumbest shit.
They're going to go to jail. They've all done something crazy fucking illegal multiple times. And all 3 of them, they just let them random, uninvolved party walk in there. And not only do
Please tell me that no, Halsey and the interrogator are in a different.
No, it's the same.
They're
next
not.
door.
They're in the next fucking room.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like it's the same hallway. Like
I
couple
can't
rooms
excuse
down.
that. That's so stupid.
Couple rooms.
And they're
down.
revealing state secrets, and then he lets his daughter go in there, and he's going to destroy his relationship with his daughter. He's going to potentially send him
Yeah.
to jail. It's like, what the
Because
fuck is
prior
this?
to that, he's like, no, I want her hands clean. I don't want her to know anything. Oh, she's here. Okay, you're fine. And now she knows that
It's a
he
huge
has
piece of shit.
He has like some stake in
Potentially.
this Spartan program.
It's a huge contrast to the rest of the show and episode, which I very much liked. And you see some of that stupidity kind of creeping in that they need some oversight. They need some Halo people. They need lore people or something to be like, hey, let me check out your latest script and we'll see. It's like, are they right next door in the same room? Like, I get you want to
No, it's
spend
like
your budget,
2
but maybe we can
rooms
save that budget for other parts of
away.
the show so that they don't have to VR in. and
Budget for
contribute
what?
nothing.
They put a coin on their head and lay it down.
I know, but then they teleport into the room.
That's an easy fade.
Yeah,
You're
that's,
right.
that's super easy.
Pop in.
You're right. I can do
Miranda
that.
was really important here because later in the episode, Chief is dying, and the chosen one, Maki, knows that he's dying, and she's like, you should go touch the thing.
Yeah.
And then Chief's like, I'm going to go touch the thing. And if I was so mad until the one adult in the room, Miranda's like, she's our enemy. She could be our enemy. Maybe don't fucking touch the thing because if she is a bad guy, you will die. And I was like, hey, there's a grown-up in the room. Someone was like, hey, that's the logical thing. And he's like, I got to know. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna
But
die
then
now.
she agrees and she tells him, touch the thing. I'm gonna help you
Yeah.
touch the thing. I probably shouldn't do this. But and so in that way, Maki gets what she wants in a more clever way. Because if it was her plan the whole time to have him touch the thing, and then once you teleport to the Halo on a astral plane, now you know where it is, so he knows where it is, and she knows where it is. So the Covenant are going to race to it, and the humans are going to race to it, is
Did
what
she
I
always
suspect.
get like those
So that was
visions,
clever.
or did she always get like
I
the
suspect
seizures
so.
whenever?
I
she
suspect
touched
she
it?
has her own visions of the past. That's why she's able to convince Chief of her sincerity, because she truly was experiencing.
She relives that garbage makeout scene.
Ah.
In the garbage.
in
as
the
a child.
in the garbage.
But now they can
So a
make
lot of
out, so-
interrogation scenes here. We have 2 more subplots that we pick up. Kai 125 is really hurt from the battle. She's getting medical attention. She's eventually saved, but she finds
She
herself
knows a secret now.
disconnected from the rest of Silver Team. They're all like mechanical and talking, and she's just feeling all her feelings, and she finds it difficult to fit back in with them. She's also harboring the secret. Chief lets her know all of the stuff that's been going on. He says, I haven't told any of the other 2. I've just told you yet. So I'm wondering if this is going to result in driving a wedge.
Oh, for sure,
between
because like you can
the
tell in that
future.
scene, they're like, "Well, Halsey said this, Halsey,
Halsey was
and
this,
she's just
Halsey
like,
that.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
It's like,
she's
well, I know something you don't.
Yeah, I want to say Halsey's a bitch.
Yeah,
Fuck her.
exactly. So my
Right.
parents are out there. They could be alive.
Yeah, so this is good drama.
Do you like that he
it's
told her after she had a mental breakdown on the
was
battlefield
dumb.
and proved that
Yes,
she's not emotionally capable of handling any sort of information? And
Yeah, but
maybe
here's-
when she's
he was-
Stop
recovering-
thinking like an adult, Alex.
No. Well, there's another way to think of it. She's gonna go off and find all this information on her own. So you might as well head it off. Be true.
She doesn't have
She's
Cortana.
not going to Superman punch Halsey in a cave and
I'm
get
gonna
shut up by Cortana.
I disagree with y'all here. I think her decision to tell her is fine. It's not, but it is seeming like they're going to set up a conflict between Silver Team. You've got the suits in charge. You got these 3 no-name NPCs who show up to take over from Admiral Margaret and Halsey, and they're constantly in the background. And the Admiral is looking at them like, shit, I better get shit done, or they're going to take my power away. And these people are, I guess, going to be in charge of Silver Team, and well, no, I guess Miranda's in charge of the 2 Silver Teams. So maybe we won't get a conflict between these 2. But I loved it when John told, he's just connecting with you. He told Kai, it's like, I'm gonna need you later. I'm like, yes, fuck yes. Let's go on a mission, but please don't be fighting the other 2 of Silver Team. Get together and go against the Covenant. I hope so. So speaking of that, Halsey, what do you guys think of Halsey when they say, I did this for humanity? Her daughter kind of comes in the room,
She's a mad scientist.
she kind
She
of,
is.
yeah. Well, first off, they take Halsey's power away. They said they're going to transport her somewhere. I kind of missed where they were going to put her, but I'm like, well, don't they got to get Halsey off of Reach before Reach is fucking obliterated and exploded? Because Halsey lives on, at least for a while. And so she's going to leave the area, be on her own research program. Before she goes, calls her daughter in there and has a heart-to-heart moment with her daughter, right, Joe?
Bullshit. It's like, what is emotion was never your strong suit. What do you want? It's like, well,
you got me.
Like,
I need a scan of your eyes. It's like, don't you already have that?
Yeah,
No.
well, she starts crying, and I think Miranda buys it, and she's like, wow, okay, but she was manipulating
like,
her
"Don't
fucking
touch-
daughter the whole time.
don't
She
touch the
literally does not have that, but she does. I think she's honest in a lot of it.
I think
she's
there's honesty
like,
there, yeah.
I don't understand the concept of family. Now, I think maybe her tears are real. You know, when she takes the lens out,
maybe it's
it's
just bothering her. That's why
you're thinking, oh, those were the fake
other
tears
eye.
that were coming out of the lens. But
Yeah.
no, I think those are real tears in the lens. And so she had that mixture, which makes it more convincing, and it makes it an even bigger betrayal when later on Miranda finds out that Halsey has basically backdoored, pinholed her way. And the rapey scientist, there's no pinhole. Yes, there's a pinhole. Cortana breaks through. Halsey had the confidence that Cortana would be able to defeat the firewalls and systems and kind of break through and contact them, and she does. So Miranda, or Halsey, no matter where she is, kind of has a window into what her daughter's going to be doing, what Chief is doing still, even though she's isolated. And that's good because I think Halsey is a good part of the series.
Yeah, it just makes UNSC look even more inept and stupid that they gave her a room. Like, we're going to give you Wi-Fi and access to everything that you need, and you better not break into the firewall, even though that guy who's in the room with you is the guy who made the firewall. That guy's literally the guy who made it.
Miranda screams at her mom, saving humanity? What, at the cost of your own? I answered for Halsey. I was like, yeah, one person? Yes. Yes, please. We need one person like that. So I'm kind of on, if this is the only way to keep humanity going and to keep the...
Still fucked up, though,
at
giving the parents fake kids, right?
You gotta give him no kids.
Sure.
Yeah, fake kids dead.
I'm still suspect on whether we had to do it to the kids from birth and with the control chips.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, save billions at the cost of sacrificing one humanity. Sure, yeah. And if it has to be Halsey, it has to be Halsey. She's kind of a sociopath and is capable of that pretty easily, right? So, yeah. What else? So good. I'm glad I didn't have to talk about Quan. You son of a bitch. Tell me what happened. Why is she in the episode?
What did she contribute? Exactly. What does she contribute in this? Nothing. She's just like, don't
She's
forget
just
about
there.
me.
She's there to remind you how
Don't
bad it
forget
is.
about me. I'm
And
coming.
then disappears.
Look how much better this episode show is without her. All right, let's go to final verdicts.
For me, it was a 6. I do like the Halsey stuff. I do like that intrigue and his flashbacks. But other than that, like, I don't really care about the whole Keys, Miranda, or not Miranda, the Admiral, and the politics.
Margaret.
And a lot of it was like just that stuff. And I feel a little underwhelmed with the reveal of Halo, and I don't like this whole will they, won't they, the blessed one. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, look, this is amazing.
Master
oh, you're
Cheeks.
here too.
They're both going to get... I could see some kind of astral plane where they're both naked and
said
their cheeks are
they're
hanging
gonna
out, Joe.
Cheeks
hanging out, Joe!
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen?
They're going to make love, and then it's going to be like a big halo.
2 butt cheeks, the halo, and then it's
a
that
perfect fit.
It's that
Those
super
were the wrong
bright.
keys.
You know,
These are the
Barbara
keys.
Walters always has that filter on her.
Oh,
The
God.
filter they're gonna put on that with the butt cheeks. Somebody draw that, right? in the Renaissance style. Anyways, and then
6 for me.
I like it a little better than you. I'm I'm disappointed that there were no butt cheeks. I got used to seeing them, and I'm upset that there was none. I like
Give us her cheeks.
I really do like the kind of the brutality in the beginning where he's kind of testing Cortana's.
Yeah.
I think that was a cool scene that was kind of necessary. That felt pretty good. I think a lot of the storylines are kind of humming along. I like Miranda Keyes taking up more of the episode. I like the Halsey John stuff. I like the Halsey Keyes stuff. Anytime the Admiral is involved, or the Admiral off screen, or the 3 idiots that like that stuff is not working. I'm gonna go down to a 7 from an 8 just because of how underwhelming the ultimate reveal of the 2 chosen ones going to Halo, and it just kind of being like, okay. Had that been like a big moment, had we had the the great music and it been a more like epic scene, I could definitely see this being an 8, but it didn't. I mean, how do you reveal Halo with no fanfare and just
But
it's still kind of taken away too, because like, oh, this is amazing, but then they cut to the other.
and then he touches her face, and it's like, what are you?
No,
What are you
I
doing?
wanted to see Halo. I'm here to see Halo.
Well, it's a tease, guys. It's a tease. I'm.
But it's a shitty tease. It's not. It's not a tease where I'm like excited
No,
for
I
something,
agree.
and like it lowers my like of what I think is coming. So
especially when you got Maki there.
So I want to give him credit where credit's due. I think this is solid, but I am anticipating a 1 or a 2 next week if we get nothing but Quan.
It's funny. We're like terrified.
Yeah. I think it might be one of the best episodes. Obviously, other than the
Like,
action.
yes,
That action-packed episode was really held up by the action. The rest of the fucking episode sucked, and the action held it up. But since there was no suckiness in this, but there was no action. But for me, I don't need action every time. So as long as you do pay the action off every once in a while, we were action dry for like 4 fucking hours. I was like so parched. And we finally got some. So I do think it's one of the better episodes, the best. But I am also going to, make sure that I don't get too excited, because I know the capability of these writers at kind of poking around in these stupid parts. So yeah, I think I'll go with a 7 out of 8 or 7 out of 10 because I think that
It's pretty high.
I am hoping that the next 3 episodes has a real gem in it, and we could start hitting those 8, 9s, and 10s. I really do. But with some of these other plot lines that we need to wrap up, Quan, Maki, and getting to the actual Halo, we'll see how everything comes together in the final 3 episodes, guys. So 7 out of 10 amongst the best episodes. This one, and I guess episode 5. So 5 and 6 we're starting to get a little better. Hopefully, this is a sign of things to come. So, all right, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Check out our sponsors, Surfshark. Thank you so much for sponsoring our episodes and helping us out. And hopefully, with a 7 out of 10, CBS doesn't fucking block me 5 times. So, but if they do, fuck you. We're going to court. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. We will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.